All right, let's take a look. So we know it's in Aurore's deck. We've seen it 2 games in a row now. So let's look what she's up
Yeah.
against here. So we've got Ranopity, Valley Firefighter. So we've got Dis, Saurian, Star Alliance. Nice
Oh my goodness.
combination.
Look at
We
that
got
Star Alliance.
Star Alliance. We have a Kirby, a Frayne,
Double
a
quadricorder
Kerker,
encounter suit.
Ingram, Quincan, Gray, Solo, Light of the Archons, double quadricoder, Universal Translator, and Encounter Suit. Encounter Suit's so gross. One of my new decks I've been playing quite a bit has an encounter suit, and it makes
I
a
love it.
creature super sticky.
I'm wondering, do you throw that on? I'm guessing you throw that maybe on Kirby with do you
Kirby's
throw
good.
both quadricorders
So
on it?
encounter suit on Quincan is actually pretty good as well. If you can control the board, if your deck has the board control that they just can't get rid of the Quincan, and every time they call a house, they're just giving you one of their amber. Feels real good.
Yeah. Well,
Um,
in this
additionally,
in
you
this
could,
matchup, but definitely because there's
but I
no
could even
overlapping.
say, I could even see playing encounter suit on like a Dilophosaurus. Even the Cincinnatus Rex
Yeah.
is kind of silly. Um,
And the question
like,
is, would you play both quadricorders on your end with the encounter suit to keep them protected and really stacking,
uh,
or would
so
you or would you
it
put
depends on
one on
board.
each side,
Yeah, it depends on board state.
like
Um,
Christmas Land, Magic Christmas Land scenario? Would you, if you had them both available, would you keep them both on an encounter suit, or would you like to split them up, like one on your opponent's side, one on yours?
so even with the encounter suit, I don't think I'd want to double them both up on the same creature because all I have to do is get 2 creatures down and fight twice to get through the ward and kill whatever creature it's sitting on. So I
You know
wouldn't.
what's funny about encounter suit? I just realized is that Aurora has destroyed them all, so encounter suit is gonna be so.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of other upgrades though, so it'll just be timing on
Yeah, it's
everything.
true.
The Hecatome is pretty solid. It's
Yep.
only gonna hit his creatures with it. I mean, it looks like he just gets rid of all of his discs and he just plays the Saurian Star Alliance deck. Is kind of what it looks like.
Yeah.
That's kind of the hope of this deck is just
And
to
then the
E
not finished
away,
with you can basically be a recursion for your other two houses if need be.
yeah, for the Star Alliance or the Saurian as needed. But yeah, it definitely has the Golden Spiral Cincinnatus Rex combo, so that's going to be a thing. The Calipigian Ideal is even a bonus on
Yep.
top of that because you're going to be wearing a lot of amber on Cincinnatus Rex as you're exalting him with the Golden Spiral over and over again, so you can set up a situation where yeah, the Rex can just forge a key by himself with all the amber he's wearing, where you also have the Exile to send him over to your opponent's side when you're done with him. So combo it off a million times, put like 6 amber on him, and give him to your opponent who doesn't have Saurian and cannot use
That's a
that.
really good Saurian. Like, look how many creatures are in it too.
It is a heavy deck. We do have Infernus in Dis, so the Martial Generosity Key Abduction may only go off
Yep.
once. All right, here we go.
We'll see if
11-10.
Aurora does.
Lady Aurore is the second player, and Cav will be player one.
Oh, look at
Lady
that.
Aurore, yeah, wow. I don't know.
That's a crazy hand.
She does keep it. So we got Martian Generosity, Glimmer, Dusk Witch.
He's, yeah, just holding the glimmer.
I think you hold the Glimmer. Yeah, you don't
Yeah,
play the Glimmer this
that's right.
turn.
Because you know you're going to keep the board state empty and having to
Yep.
respond. But I mean, Three Fates is going to do its thing
There's
here, I imagine.
there's the
Yeah,
Destroy Them All. Nice 3 fates.
yeah, you had to.
Yep.
It wasn't ideal, but I think you had to. Oh, and there's the Infernus. The question is, do you think Infernus gets held here and
I
Dusk
mean, he's
goes
not gonna
back?
play it next turn because he's gonna go Star
I'm
Alliance
saying
next
is
turn.
like, do you hold it until you know that Martian Generosity goes, and then do it? Is what I'm wondering. Like, do you take that route? Like, is that a card you keep in your back pocket? Dan, are you there?
Yeah, sorry, somebody DM'd me on Discord, and I got taken away for a second. Hi, I'm Dan. I'm someone,
Okay, we got the Light of the Archons with the Universal Translator on Frame, which is now a 6/2.
and he gone. She gone.
Destroy the
We probably don't see the generosity here.
No, I don't think so. I think it's being held.
Yeah, that's smart because of the Infernus, the threat of the
Yeah.
Infernus, like playing it now. Like
Do you
typically,
think it's going to be held for a while until that can be dealt with, or what do you think? I'm curious about this Infernus play 'cause I think it's creating quite an
yeah,
interesting
it's like
proposition.
so right now,
He's
like
delaying.
yeah, she's smart with that one. Like I would not.
No, I mean, Cav is delaying and going, not picking his.
Oh, this house. No, he's
No, he's
right to
gonna
go
hold it for a
Saurian
while.
here.
Yeah, of
He's right to
course.
go Saurian here. Like that's the right
Yeah, and
play.
you put on that because that makes sense. Oh,
Yeah,
look at
because
this. Look at this hand now. I don't see
oof,
how he doesn't go dis at this point. No,
he
now
kind of
we'll
has
see
to.
because, but here we're gonna see because if he, let's see if Infernus gets played or not at this point. That's gonna be the real thing.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's set up pretty nicely for Lady Aurore here. She can go Brobnar
Well, so,
and
so many people are joining the game as spectators.
in-game as spectators.
Yeah, in-game spectators. We had Alex make
Uh,
sense and Burnside.
oh, okay, that's fine. They're just checking in on this match. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. Yeah, it's all stream teams. That's cool. I was like,
Okay,
I
perfect.
hope somebody didn't crack our epic password.
Stop giving hints with that word.
All right, here's the turn. Does the
Okay, let's
Infernus
see what
come down
happens.
here or not? Like even the
So I
Hecatomb
think,
is interesting because like technically you could play the E and just discard three of those discards and just get rid of them entirely to steal three from Lady Aurora, which isn't a bad play, but it doesn't take care of the Dusk Witch still, and that's kind of an
hmm
issue, especially with Lady Aurora's hand right now with the Zookeeper. Because like
yeah,
if the Infernus hits the board here with the Dusk Witch still out, Lady Aurora can steal the Infernus and put it in her archives and just leave it there the rest of the game.
yeah, that's very true.
So I mean that Dusk Witch kind of has to
Okay,
die. All right, so here's the E.
now is it going to be a discard play? Plays the
Plays the
Infernus.
Infernus. All right,
Oof.
Lady Aurora is safe, and this like if God the Dusk Witch is gonna live. Like
Yeah,
there's
there's how does it not? I
it does.
think
Oh, this is
so.
man.
I think he's going to just get rid of the three. I think we're going to see a discard of three here to get it down to be make sure the Martian Generosity can't do extreme damage. But I guess it doesn't even matter with the Dusk Witch on board. The Dusk Witch
The
play is like I'm
so
wondering if he should have
destroy them
almost
all in
just
first blood. Yep.
sacrificed the turn and gone with the Saurians to get rid of Dusk Witch because it seems a little too powerful.
Yeah, no, it's
But
a
getting
tough
rid of the
call.
Destroy Them All was a good call, I think.
Destroy
That
them
was
all is a great
definitely
call, especially with the encounter suit. Yeah, so there's the discarded
discards
Hecatomb.
Hecatomb.
Yep, yep. I just don't think it's gonna matter because the Zookeeper is gonna eat the Infernus.
Yeah,
That's what I
which
would do.
clears the path.
Clears the path
So
for
I'm thinking hold like I mean with the amount you're gonna draw, I think you could have held the Infernus. I think that might have been actually a better play to be honest.
yeah, it's a weird play because you have so many discards in hand and you kind of want to cycle because he's not really like his dis house isn't his important house, but it actually is very important in this matchup. So here comes the
Here it
Zookeeper.
is.
Let's
Let's
see it.
watch the Infernus go.
I'm pretty sure it's gonna be the Infernus. Like if he takes the E, like I don't, she takes the E. I don't really
Unless it
like that
goes
play.
Calphagian ideal for some reason.
Yep,
No, it
there
is
goes
Infernus. Yep,
Infernus,
that's
and
the
then
right play, I think.
Mindworm can run into the 5 power dude to make it hit E. No, I'm
Yep,
just gonna reaping out into the key abduction. Oh, to replay them and do it again. Oh my goodness, because of Dusk Witch.
yep,
Key
yep.
abduction is so big here. Oh, that's so
Oh,
gross.
this is gonna be gross. Yeah, this game is not. Oh wow,
Oh,
this is. Oh my
15,
goodness.
16, 9, 9 and 6 is 15. So that forges the key, keeps the amber, gets to replay
And
all of that
yeah,
stuff
oh my
again.
goodness.
Oh, Charflare is just Charflaring.
This is gross to watch.
You hate to see it. You hate to see it.
All right, so here we go. Captures another one. Zookeeper takes the out.
Takes the Malice.
Parrot Guardian.
Interesting.
I would have taken the E, wouldn't you?
I think
Oh,
I
you
would
know
have as
why?
well.
Is because Paraguardian survives, but this way. Yeah, I see what's going on here. Paraguardian would survive.
Right, so he just
Did
doesn't
he?
have two creatures ready
Yeah.
to fight
Wait,
and get rid of the
the
witch.
Mind wasn't slammed in, or it just passed and didn't go full out. Oh, playing the baiting this like this is interesting because stopped at 5 Ember could have gone into check and didn't. I wonder why that was the case. You notice that?
Yeah, let's see here, because we've got Mimicry, we've got Life Web. What can we Mimicry? Not a lot. Three Fates, that doesn't help us. Scientist Bane, that doesn't help us.
Oof, Aurora's just going ham here.
It's gonna go, just gonna
In a
arrive
position to
Mars.
just keep going. Yeah, you don't need to do anything different right now. We're gonna see a really good. This quadricoder is gonna put in work next turn. I imagine Star Alliance is the call.
Yeah, I'd put it on the Dominator.
Yeah.
S-
What about the key abduction play though?
Ooh,
It just gets
yeah.
rid of it.
But I mean, he doesn't have Lady Aurore doesn't have a way to pull back the key abduction right now. Doesn't have the Glimmer, doesn't have the Nep Seed. So I think I put Quadricoder on the Dominator, but I mean
Why
maybe
not
it goes on
Zorg
the
actually?
Medic.
Oh no. Yeah. Maybe.
It's
Yeah,
gonna go
there it
on
is.
Medic just because it's hard to get to, but not
So
really.
keys
Well,
cost +2.
because
So
Zookeeper
Aurora
can't.
Forges at 8.
Yeah,
Oh, this is not going. I mean, the combo's not coming for the encounter suits there, but I don't know. I think it's a little bit just
too late.
reap into Chuck
Yeah,
right here.
yeah. Odiak would capture one.
Actually, no, you know what you're gonna do is go Mind Warper onto probably Karkar, and then you're gonna go Zookeeper and put Karkar into your archives.
Nope, gonna go Untamed.
Oh, interesting. I guess to cycle a little bit here. The Mimicry must be a play
Life
though.
Web to
Oh,
steal two.
Steel, right.
Mimicry the light. Oh, played the Life Web right, and then you can
Yeah, play the life of
Mimicry. Does
what's
three
in here.
fates? Does three fates hit? No, it hits you harder than it hits him. Definitely not a three fates. Not finished with
Maybe not finish
you.
with you? Maybe.
Festering touch.
Oh, Festering Touch was the one.
Yeah, get rid of the wards.
Just a word. Yeah, maybe he's going to on Zookeeper just got a little bit bigger. Interesting.
No, it makes sense. Just there's no. If there's a blaster, is there a blaster in the list?
I don't think so.
No. All right. So
I
we're setting
mean,
up a
how?
Saurian turn. So here's an
Oh yeah,
Odiak.
because keys cost 8, so it's
Keys cost
okay.
8, so it's not over yet.
Puts it on Ingram. Reaps with Ingram.
Wards Ingram. No, wards. Ooh, now the Zookeeper just. Oh man.
Yeah, should have. I guess no, you know why? It's because the encounter suit's gonna ward Ingram. That's why.
Is there an encounter suit? There's not an encounter suit on
Yeah,
Ingram
yeah. He
yet.
just he just played the encounter suit on Ingram. That's
But
why
it's
it
it
did the
still
ward.
doesn't stop. It's not going to
As
stop
soon
it
as
because Zookeeper just has to use the action to eat
yeah,
the.
yeah. That's the problem.
Yeah. No, I think this is over. I just don't. I mean, God, no, because he didn't hit Cincinnatus. Hit another Quadricoder. Yeah.
Which will
Mind
delay.
Whipper, put the amber on it. Zookeeper,
Yeah.
eat it.
See ya.
Zorg, wrecking
I believe
people.
that's GG.
10 amber. We have Odiac, they can capture one. Yep, that should be it. Idoxy, thank you for the follow. Oh my goodness, Lady Aurore just smashing through the
We're
competition right
gonna go
now.
for I think a Dilophosaurus. Try and
Fine.
pull something. Golden Spiral Dilophosaurus.
They had a bunch of cards archived. So we're gonna diplomacy. Yeah, but what do you even find? Do you have a tribute or anything? There's not even a tribute or anything to find. You just don't have anything in
We
Saurian
got
that.
his Rex. He got his Rex, but he used his Spiral.
Yeah,
Oh,
you already
that
used the
feels bad.
spiral, so it's gives it to Aurora. You take this. I can't use it.
Wow. That was something else. Three keys to zero, basically.
That was quick. Dang. All right, I guess we
Aurora
can
is
pull. She's on a roll.
like
She's.
hitting stride, I feel like. She's really
Oh my
hitting her
goodness.
stride right now. It's not even funny to be watching this anymore. It's kind of
Yeah,
like
let's get her back in here again. Let's talk to her. We've got
yeah.
plenty of time to talk now, so we will ring her back up.
I mean, that was like his deck looks really good and that just looked like it felt bad.
I mean,
Hello.
obviously it's really good. Hello,
Whew,
welcome.
whew.
That was that was quick.
Uh,
Show no mercy.
yeah. Um, I thought he might have trouble with my death switch, so I took it back with my DMO.
Yeah,
And
that
yeah,
was.
that pretty much sealed the game.
Oh my goodness,
It really did. That
when he
was the
key
play.
abducted and brought them all back and got. Oh my goodness,
Oh, that was so gross.
that was sweet. So here we go. We could potentially see a Sanctumonious semifinals. No, we didn't rig this at
Ooh.
all. I swear. B-Hawk is playing Nathan Starwalt right now for the chance
Go
to
be
face.
Hawk.
Yes. Yes. I'll just say that I guess playtesting against Dan does good things for competitive events.
I can
Yes, it
testament
does.
to that.
Blake Day 2 to Vault Tour Vegas. We did a bunch of playtesting. I playtested with both you and B-Hawk this past week a little bit, not as much as I would have liked to have provided for you, but we got some games in.
So, Aurora, how
Yeah.
did you feel about that game? Because I mean, it unfortunately looked very one-sided. I think him not getting his Rex combo hurt him because that would have been something that would have been very helpful in that matchup.
Yeah, if he gets the Rex out and with the Exile, it could be the other way around. But I got that early Glimmer, and then I put the Infernus in my archives, and then I felt pretty safe winning that match.
See,
When
we were kind of
my
talking
good stuff
over.
couldn't be pushed.
Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah. No,
We were
no.
just talking over like the Infernus. Like he had all those discards at hand, and we were wondering like, does he maybe not even play the Infernus and wait to see the generosity come out? Because as soon as we knew, like as soon as he played his Infernus, you were just gonna do some shenanigans, and it was gonna be open season at that point. Once Infernus was out of the game, like you had nothing to worry about at that point. You could just run away, and that's literally exactly what happened.
Yeah, I mean, if I was him, I think what I would do is play the Infernus first, then play the Hecatomb and sacrifice it, and then not finish, but do the Infernus back into my deck.
Yeah, that's a good line. I like that. Dan, what do you think?
Yeah, like he needed his Infernus not to be on the board. Like I mean, with the
Yeah,
Duskwitch out, like he doesn't know you have Zookeeper, but I mean, we could see it obviously because we had hands revealed, so we're just like, oh man, he's got this set up so perfectly that he's gonna eat that Infernus, and there's just not really great targets in your discard right now, where that Infernus could really shut down the generosity key abduction combo. So at least he's not gonna lose to that combo. You're only gonna be able to do it once.
Yeah, though losing the destroy them all does hurt.
yeah,
Yes,
we
yes, yes, yes.
that was a good target, but I mean, I think the Infernus almost had to be saved. Like for I maybe we have the hindsight of seeing your last two games and you punish people over and over with that. So I don't know if that's part of why we had that extra, I guess,
Yeah,
intellect into it.
I think Charflare is a bit weird GenKa deck because of the recursion. Like I can do it over and over and over and over again. Most GenKa decks don't do that, so people aren't prepared to like try and stop me from doing that.
Yeah, it's true.
Okay, well
Exciting, exciting stuff.
I'm doing very poorly in my prediction bracket because I predicted I'm losing my first round to Justin,
It's just
and I'm way off.
yeah, he didn't hit his key charge. Like I don't know, cause like yeah, when we tested that matchup, I kept hitting key charge just exactly when I needed it, and you just didn't feel like you ever hit your combo really. When we were playing, I was able to just keep you off a little bit here and there. The couple of games we
Yeah,
did get in.
honestly, that deck is a lot stronger than it looks.
Yeah. No,
Like you
it's
look over that deck list and you're like, why is this competitive? But it is quite competitive. Like that game was close.
yeah, no, that was super close. It was very, very back and forth. The first two matches were very back and forth. That last one was
Yeah.
not so much, but it was just you got everything you needed, and yeah, that was pretty rough.
Yeah, it definitely was.
Yeah. Okay. Well, catch you later.
Well, welcome, Cav. Nice run so far. Two wins, then ran into the deck that is Charflare. What were you thinking when you first saw that list?
Yeah. I mean, I know how Aurore plays. She's an awesome player, and I've heard of Charflare, and so this was not going to be an easy match, no matter which way you cut it. There were some pretty scary pieces, of course, the Duskwitch being one of the main ones. And she landed at turn one Duskwitch. I thought I had the answer, and I think Aurora was probably laughing when she's like, "Ha ha ha ha, you fool!" and then just brought it right back with the Glimmer. So at that point, she did a really fantastic job of making sure I didn't have two creatures of the same house, that could help me kill that off. And I think I had one turn where I had 2 Saurian creatures, and in retrospect now, probably should have just gone for it. But you're always balancing your versus
Yep.
hers, right? And
Yep.
you have determination.
Yeah, no, it was a big play, and then like you holding the Infernus was really smart, and then you had the 5 dis hand, and man, me and Blake were going back and forth on what you should do there, whether you hold the Infernus, whether the Hecatomb purges it though, right?
So the Hecatomb just kills it.
Just
It doesn't
kills
burn
it, sure.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
Lady Aurore was sitting on the Zookeeper with the Dusk Witch out, and we're just like, oh no, if he plays the Infernus, the Zookeeper's gonna come down and just eat it, and it's gonna be
That's
gone.
right.
Like getting rid of the destroy them all was super smart because of your encounter suit and a couple of the other upgrades that you had. Like that was a really smart card to purge. But yeah, there just wasn't a lot of options yet for the Infernus at that point, and that was an interesting decision point that we were wondering how that was going to play out. Whether you would hold the Infernus there or just discard it to to purge
Oh
something
yeah.
else.
Yeah, my calculus on that was: do I want to get to check right now, or do I want to go for the long run play? And I didn't have Cincinnatus or Golden Spiral out, and I was like, okay, well, she's a combo deck. She's gonna have that bursty play to get the key forward, the key abduction going, and the rest of it is just setting up a nice sort of board engine. So I said, all right, the 6 amber now doesn't really matter. I need to get rid of pieces so that way if she goes through the deck once, at least I can build up my engine and have some resilience, right? As soon as my deck goes off, I'm able to put a lot of pressure, and that's how I win.
Definitely.
Yeah.
I jumped into the end of your game before where you're at like 30 amber and
Yeah. It gets obnoxious, right? And that's the whole point, right? Like that's your payoff. So I made a determination that this is the way I need to go. Check is not important right now. I still think that was probably the right idea. She had a fantastic line of creatures and really good setup. And a lot of this is variance, right? You have to work with the variance. But again, her being a smart player, she knew what to get rid of to make it hard on my side.
No, definitely. It was, yeah. Yeah, she's been playing super well today. She just made all the right decisions. We haven't been able to second guess her at all in any of these games, and she's even made decisions where we're like, wait, why would you do it that way? And then like 2 turns later, it's like, oh.
That's right. Well, that's what makes her one of the best, right? So I'm just glad we had a really good game. I always enjoy playing her. I'll enjoy facing off against cool decks like that. So time for me to run my second deck and see if I can maybe see the matchup again.
For sure. All right, so your possible next opponent includes either Dave Cordero, Big Z, Justice Blinded, or Justin Lisa. So, I mean,
clearly just the losers of team sport here. It's going to be hard no matter what.
Yeah, no, this has been a really fun event. Very well played, very well played to this point. I mean, you're so close to jumping back up into that championship match, so hope you get there. And yeah, go have a nice break. You got a little time to kill here, so.
That's right. Thank you very much, man. I hope you guys are doing well, and looking forward to catching everyone on streams and interviews after all of this is over.
Sounds great. Good luck, Cav. We hope to see you again in the finals.
Thanks, y'all. Take it easy.
Yep.